Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylee and I'm a creative artist documenting my journey with art and building a business here on YouTube. So I've got some sketchbook pages that I'd like to go through, not many, and the rest are loose artworks, and then there's a little zine that I made. Okay, so I'm going to move everything out and I'll just show you one thing at a time. I think this one goes first. So this was my sketchbook from June 24 to January 25. It wasn't a consistent run through. I definitely started it in June, maybe left it and then picked it up again in August, dropped it again, and then I finished it off. So the first one is a drawing of my dog Louis. He is part Border Collie, part Spaniel, part Kelpie. I have two dogs. I have one Border Collie and then I have Louis, who is the mix. This was just a quick drawing of him. It's really loose. There's some watercolour in there, there's some oil pastels. Here's another one. There's a little bit of a theme. This is Bruno. So Bruno is not my dog. Bruno is a dog that I used to look after when I used to run a dog daycare. He is very cute. I have lots of photos of dogs that I use for inspiration if I ever do dog illustrations. He was just a puppy. And then the last one in here that I've done in January 2025 is this one, which is a still life. Very loose, which is one of my goals within my art. I always want to figure out how to get more loose. And this is using a mixture of graphite and wetting the paper and then putting the graphite down, and it goes very dark. I like that. And I also kind of like this ghost print that it's made on the other side. So yeah, that's that for the first sketchbook. This is the next one. In here, this I only just started in January, and I've given myself the goal to finish it by February. So the only things in here I've done in January. So number one, just a little coastal village kind of cute thing. The kind of print you would see like in a bathroom is the vibe I was going for. And this actually just came out of nowhere in my brain, and then it inspired other work, which I'll show you soon. A little mountain with some rocks. This was a plein air. This was my first plein air of the year. This was in Durham. You can see the cathedral poking out here. This was a part of it as well. And I decided once I had left the space that I was painting and drawing in, that I didn't want to touch it again. I wanted to leave it the way it was in that moment, and then maybe it would inspire some work later. So there's things that are missing here. So if you actually went to the spot that I was in, I think I took a video. There is some buildings up here, some like houses, like townhouse kind of things behind here, which I didn't get to put in. I can see I've drawn a line of the wall and things, but that's okay. The next page is another plein air. This was in my last video that I've posted. Drawing the landscape when we were on our weekend away. I like this piece, I really do. I think it reminds me of the place that I was. I wish I did more though. I know I had limited time, we were only there for the weekend, but I wish I had done more. More and more, just maybe churned out like 7 or 8 of these, just super quick. But I know that for next time, but this can inform more drawings, and then the next time I'll know I want to do more. Saying that though, I will pause from this sketchbook for a second. When we went on that weekend away, I did a lot of landscapes. So I'm just going to push that onto there. I did a lot of landscapes. My goal was just to collect landscapes while I was there, and this is my favourite one. But I think it's important to show all the ones that came before it and all the different places that I had been, so I think I maybe just lay them down here. So this one's quite a nice one. It was getting dark. That's the tree line in the back, the wall. I like the details on the wall. We've got some that are really loose, even more so. I like this one. And I'm not saying that these are great, but I'm not saying that they're not great, because I really like them. Like this one would look really cute in a children's illustration book, I think. They just get looser. Some of them aren't very good, but I will look at each of these and I'll be able to remember something. Maybe the way I was feeling when I was making it, the place. I've also wrote on the back where it was to remind me. I like this one. This was one of the first ones I did when we got there. Very loose. And these were all with, the only mediums that I took were watercolour paints and Derwent drawing pencils. I did learn something while I was away and while I was drawing and I was painting, is that I prefer muted earthy colours. Obviously I know I'm drawing landscapes and things, but it was really common occurrence that I was reaching for the same supplies, and I think that's such a valuable thing to learn, is that you sort of get a hang of what you like. So these are the pencils that I took. I didn't take all of these. I didn't have all of these at that time. I did buy another set afterwards because I realised I had used up quite a lot of them. Some of them are quite short. It's not very short, but it's the shortest one I own now. The rest of them had sort of got sharpened down. So I have a bunch that are brand new and lovely and long. My favourite colours from these pencils, I love these ones specifically because they're so creamy and the way that they feel on the paper is amazing. These are my three favourites. So we've got Warm Earth, Crag Green and Olive Earth, and these are my three favourite green pencils. So nice, and they're such natural colours. These are also one of my favourite kind of pencil is the Posca pencils. When you add them in, it just looks lovely. Like this purple, this one, so complementary with the green. I don't know if you can see. So there's some of it there. It's in there. It sort of dulls down any bright green. It's in the hills. I just love it. We'll get back to showing you what I did. So all of those, this, okay, before we move on from the weekend away, I want to show you the zine that I made. This was my first time making a zine, and what I used for this one was a poem that we had written while we were away. So it's by me, my husband and my daughter. There was another verse that was written by my son, but it wouldn't fit on the zine, and he said that it was okay, we'll make another one. So it was just a practice really, because I think that this would be a really cool idea to make these in advance before trips and sort of fill them in real time. It has a little poem which I'll read to you. It's called Warm and Cozy. A cool breeze rolls over the grassy hills, the little pod warm and cozy. The tall trees stand firm in place, a bird calls with replies in the distance. The cows on the hill eat all day, when night falls we hear birdsong. And then there's a little cozy poem about our weekend away, January 2025. We wanted it to be super simple, our little poem. So yeah, that's what we made. And then we made a copy of it. Ta-da! Then next I want to do a quick whistle stop. There was a time when I was obsessed with poppies and I made these poppy bookmarks, and then I expanded into different flowers, just trying different things. Me and my daughter love to read all the time, and so I made bookmarks for us specifically, and then I thought, hey, I might do some more for family, friends, and it got the ideas going in my head that I might make some to sell. So there's those. And now we're on to the last things that I made in January 2025. So we have this one. I think I really like this one. Then we have some random things, okay? You've got to bear in mind, I have ADHD. Sometimes one subject doesn't last very long. So we have some teapots. We have this lovely blue one. I love drawing teapots. And then we've got this cute little pink and purple one. We have an oil pastel still life. So these are oil pastel, this is oil pastel. I think that is it for January for the oil pastels. Then we have this one, very simple little wash of a cup with a lemon. This one, a little picnic that I made up in my head. Just experimenting with the cup idea. The idea was that I was going to fill this in with like sketches. Another cup, simple. Oh, bringing in the acrylic paints again. I made this one with some metallic in there. I think it just has a really nice element. This is my favourite cup and saucer. There you go, with a little spoon. I love the patterns in the background of this one. I love the checky tablecloth and the lemon yellow wallpaper for the stripes. I really like this one. I think this one will be a lovely print. Moving on, some landscapes, but really cute ones that I put a lot of effort in to make prints with. So we have this one. I like this one. I'm going to call this one the boats in the bay or something like that. Really cute, and it's going to be a print in my shop very, very soon. This one, little beach huts on a beach with little sand dunes and some grass. I really like this one. This one is already a print in my shop, and very soon it will be greeting cards and postcards. We have this one, which isn't finished. It doesn't quite make sense yet, but I thought I'd show it. And then lastly, we have this one, which is some boats with a windmill, just chilling. So all of this, that was all the art that I made in January 2025. And I think it's so cute. I'm very happy with it. So now that January has come to an end, it's usually time for me to start thinking about the next month. Okay. So I'm going to think about my February goals and what I'm going to write here for my schedule. I think an obvious one would be keep creating for fun. I think another one would be to fill the sketchbook that I set the goal for myself to complete by the end of February. One personal one is remember to film, because sometimes I'll finish a piece of work and I'm like, oh, I didn't film any of that. I'm not talking about every single piece of work because sometimes it can be distracting, but remember to film more. I would like to add more to my shop this month. And I would like to create my own website. That's a good start to start February. And then I can fill in the to-dos as I go. I normally just add them as I've got things come up. And then I like to tick them off, and it's very satisfying. Before I go, I wanted to show you some of the prints that I have available in my shop right now. So these are all artworks that I've made in January. So we have those ones. We have the lovely beach hut prints. They're available, and they're available in different sizes too. We have these ones. We have a few of these little square prints. We have some mini prints which are just going to be little extras to go in. And then we have some little greetings cards of the beach hut, and they just need to be packaged up now and they'll be in the shop very soon. I'm very excited. It has been my goal to get my shop up and running, and this is very, very exciting. So check it out. The link is in the description below. So I hope you liked this video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. What was your favourite art piece, or what is your favourite print? I would really love to know. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.